here we are at Shelters by Jesus podcast. I'm Senior Pastor Richard Berry. I am the head of the Shelters by Jesus, and we are so excited that you're with us right now watching this. And we're really excited when you guys subscribe and you hit like and you listen it through. And also, if you let the ads run, we get more money too. And I've been saying lately, because we get more and more ads because we're on more and more. If you don't want to sit through the ads, let it run through once, go to the bathroom, come back and run it over again, and you can click skip ads on the second time or whatever you're comfortable with. But it all helps the homeless. I don't get anything from it. It goes directly to the homeless. But we are starting to get up where we're getting some royalties from YouTube, which is exciting. The other thing is, if you'd like to be a part of a ministry, $9 a month will take one person off the street or a family off the street. You're going to be meeting a couple more. You've been seeing a lot of them lately. We got a couple more we'll be sharing with you. And you go to sheltersbyjesus.com. Sheltersbyjesus.com. And our website comes up, and everything about us is there. A chance to give. It'll tell you how to do that. The other thing is, if you would like my books, I have 4 books out. They're written by me, the dumb hick from Skowhegan. And they're written in Hickanese, and because that's how I talk. I'm a hick. And so anyway, we have 2 prices. They're $10 or free, whichever one you can afford. Whatever comes in goes to the homeless shelter. I don't get anything from it. I wrote the books, but all the royalties go straight to the getting people off the street. So when you donate to that, you're helping them there. The other thing is, if you'd like a tour of the place, you can call our office at 207-474-8833, and we'll show you the people. We have a bunch of children. We have 23 at this time. I don't know how many time to get here. But you'll meet the guys that you're going to see on the podcast, and you'll see all kinds of others and see what we're doing. You'll visit all over the pantries and all of that. We'd love to give you a tour. But if you want our books, just anyway, put on there your name and your address, or call the office at 207-474-8833 and tell them you want the books. And we will mail them out to you. Love to have you come. Also, we're at 12 McClellan Street in Skowhegan if you ever want to come. And I do live service Saturday night. We do services all week long, but I'll be speaking Saturdays. We start at 5:30 with live worship music, and then I speak at 10 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock, and man, you can see I've been doing a few of these. So 5:30 is we start the worship service. 6 o'clock I speak, and it's streamed. So if you've been watching it and you'd like to see it live, come. If you have a church, you go, well, I have my own church. We'll go to your church on Sunday and come here Saturday night. We'd love to have you. So all of that said and done, I got a couple of gentlemen with me right now that they actually work here at Shelters by Jesus. And they work in our food department, which is super important, not just for us here, but for the community. And first of all, I'm going to have Dave introduce himself. Your name is?
David McGuire.
David McGuire, and your job is?
I pick up food donations from Hannaford, Waterville, Skowhegan, and Madison.
All right, and Walmart.
And Walmart.
And Walmart and Skowhegan. And you are?
Jesse Lawrence.
Jesse Lawrence. And Jesse, what's part of you playing in all of this?
I pack everything up, put it in the boxes. We do meat, fruit, vegetables, bread, sweets. We give a little bit of everything, and I bring it out to the cars.
You are the delivery person.
Yes, sir.
Dave brings it to the shelter from the stores. You bring it from the pantry to the individuals. Dave, when you go to the store, how do the folks there receive you about all of this? What do they talk about? What do they say?
They're very honored in what they're doing, and most of the time I'm by myself early in the morning, and they are very thankful for what I do, receiving donations.
Okay, they're very respectful.
Yes.
You guys, they all know who you are now, because
Yes.
you've been doing this for how long? Roughly.
2 years.
Yeah, a couple of years. I know you've been doing it quite a while. And Jesse, when you lug food out, you're taking a box out, what's the kind of reception you get out in the parking lot? Because you take it out to their cars.
Folks are incredibly grateful. They really need, just a helping hand, a leg up on the situation in the world the way it is now. a supplement most of the time to what they have. But they're very gracious, and they absolutely say thank you, we appreciate you, and
Yeah. Awesome.
They enjoy the food, and they compliment. This is very complimentary.
Awesome. And what usually happens is a lot of them get food stamps, which don't go all month, and the price of food right now, the food stamps are going less than they were, so it's near close to the end of the month. So we put on meals, hot meals over here, which comes from the deliveries, but the pantry supplies the community as well as over here. And so folks come in from all around. We got from 3 counties actually that come by and get it. If in some cases they can't get here, they call the office and we'll actually deliver some to the homes to those that are unable to come. So we're very thankful for that. What I want to do now is talk to the guys themselves. This is the ministry here that they're doing. Dave, what led to you coming to Shelters by Jesus? What led to being homeless?
I got involved with alcohol, and I was missing work. I had neuropathy in my legs, and I kept it to myself, never went to my family in need, and then I started drinking alcohol, and I ended up, I had my apartment for 6 years, and I ended up going through the eviction process.
So that brought you here to Shelters by Jesus?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you, David?
I am 65.
65. All right. Jess, what brought you to Shelters by Jesus?
I was in the hospital for quite a while and found myself homeless when I came out of the hospital. Very unfortunate situation. Not terribly uncommon though these days.
No, it's not. It is not. We're having a lot of people coming just because they can't pay the rent.
Yes.
I mean, the rent, and we've been talking about that on these podcasts, man. I'm not bringing up any mind-blowing stuff because anybody's watching TV or picking up a newspaper, one of the first things on there is homelessness, and it's talking about the rents are too high and family. We got families here that are working families that are here. They cannot pay the rent.
Just need a helping hand.
They just need a helping hand. So I'll start with Jesse on this one. Jesse, what's it like being here? What do you think of Shelters by Jesus? Does it help you? Is it a tough place to be? Is it an easy place to be? Is it a comfortable place to be? Describe it how it is to you.
Having experienced homelessness, in various other places, including Portland and Lewiston, I find it very welcoming. It's very much like being part of a family here. I don't feel like I am at all times necessarily, even in a shelter. I feel like I've been welcomed into the home, into a real home.
Yeah, awesome.
And that I'm a friend and a family member, not so much just another person taking a bed, eating food. I feel like I'm, spending time with. I get to meet, lots of people and different every day. But I've made a lot of friendships here. And I consider various people here to be family now because it's that close. I really haven't been here more than a couple months, but as I said, everybody is very close. People are there's a lot of camaraderie here. There's a lot of friendship here, and as I said before many times, this is more of a family. This is a family shelter to be at. This is the place to be if you are homeless and you're down and out and you're looking, as I said before, again, for a hand up. A lot of folks just need a hand up.
They need to get over. They need that bridge, that little hump, over the hump, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what we become.
This is the place.
Now, what do you think about have to go to prayer meeting or Bible studies?
For me, I wasn't brought up in the church, so it was a little bit new. But now it's become part of my routine, and it's a welcome part of my routine.
Awesome.
I have to say, it's very much an enlightening experience, and it's really become part of my day. If I didn't do it, I think I would sincerely would be like, well, geez, why am I not doing praise and prayer?
It's becoming a real habit in your life
Yes.
now, which is great.
Absolutely.
That's a good habit to get into.
Yes, it is.
And so, Dave, how do you find Shelters for you? Has it helped you? I know it's made a difference in your drinking because
Yes.
we wouldn't let you drive the van if you were drinking.
Right.
So I know I know you're not driving drunk, so.
I am very honored in the position that I have with the shelter, and it means a lot to me. And I'm very blessed to have this opportunity, and it means the world to me. And I'm just very, very thankful.
Awesome. So, what do you think about going to the services?
I enjoy them tremendously. It's a part of relief, and it means a lot to me.
Especially if I'm speaking, right?
Yeah.
I got that on camera just so when the other guys see this. That's all. What's it like working in the pantry with the guys there? What's that like in there with the guys? They pretty good to work with?
There's a lot of like I said before, friendship and camaraderie. I mean, we joke around. We have a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work.
It is a lot of hard work. People don't realize.
But it's what I would call good work. I mean, it's very rewarding. I feel like I've done something instead of just sat around, waiting for things to get in line and for my life to start taking shape again. It's really given me a purpose, which is incredibly important for anybody on a daily basis. Dave, myself, and the other guys in the pantry. As I said, we do a lot of hard work. We've bonded together truly, like brothers, friends, very much so. And we rely on each other when one of us is not there or not feeling well. We're always have someone else to
have your back.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That is awesome. And Dave, about how many load of groceries do we bring in a day here from the different organizations? On an average, not every day, but on an average, what's an average day look like?
Pretty much 3/4 of the van full, from the driver and passenger seat and all the way to the back door of the van.
Now, how many trips a day do you make?
I make
on the average
2 trips a day.
Okay.
I get groceries in the morning, and at night I receive produce.
Awesome. We are really blessed because our pantry, there's some days we do 50 plus families out there, right? And I mean, I know he's trucking in, and I know you're trucking out.
Yes.
I mean, it's really awesome. And, I've talked to some of the people, and I've had some of the people come to me and tell me that if it wasn't for this Shelters by Jesus and their food, that they got kids that would go hungry. And I've seen mom and dads drop to their knees and cry. It's really heart-wrenching with some of them, and they're scared. So anyway, we're meeting a need, but we can't do that without workers. And what I want you to understand is, as you guys are watching this, these guys work for room and board, all right? Everybody says, how can you stay open 24/7? Well, we couldn't if we had to pay salaries like those that are supported by the government. They kick people out days, we do not. And we go around the clock, and we can do that because of guys like Dave and Jesse and other ones that we've had on here that they do the work of the place, and they are residents with privileges. Basically, they all came in homeless. They all found a niche after they were here a while, and they put their talents, their gifts, their energies to work, and we're very proud of how far they've come. I know Dave's come a long way since he first come here. I do know he had a real strong battle with alcohol when he first came, and we've seen that improve. Jesse, I haven't spent a whole lot of time with you, so I'm learning as much about you as they are right now. I just know I walk in the pantry and I see you loading boxes and lugging them, and I appreciate that very, very much. But Dave's been around long enough, so I know Dave.
We like I said, it's hard work. There's so little time really to think about things. It's hard to feel sorry for yourself when you're doing something, not only working hard, but you're doing something with purpose. And that purpose is reinforced again. But like I said before, about how the people come. We've had people come and say, hey, we just had this happen or that happen, a death in the family, a loss of property, a loss of employment. We just need some help.
We just need a lift. They don't need a homeless shelter, but they need food.
Yes.
But there's a lot of people out there right now that own their homes that need the food as much as you guys do here at the shelter because they can't pay for the home, the fuel, and everything, and still buy food. and pay all the other bills, the medical or whatever, because the cost of living out there right now, and anybody watching this knows I'm not exaggerating. We meet in the mornings, we talk about people here that are looking for apartments and stuff, and you've heard them. This morning, one young lady and her family's looking at one. That was $1,900 a month, and I couldn't pay that. If I had to do that, I'd be homeless. I would need a place like Shelters by Jesus. Amen. So I'm going to ask you both this question, and you can answer it honest as you want. People watching this, and some may be wondering if this is worth investing their $9 or whatever in, or bringing stuff here and donating. What would you tell them about this place? Is this a fair investment for their $9? Are they getting enough bang for their buck if they support Shelters by Jesus? I'll start with Jesse.
I would say for sure this is a very worthy cause for a number of reasons. It supports not only the individual but the families with little ones in need. And personally, I can't imagine life as a homeless person is one thing when you're an individual and you just have yourself to.
When you're just a guy by yourself.
But as a mother and father, or just a mother or father, and you have little ones to take care of, that's heartbreaking. That is just absolutely heartbreaking. And knowing that that here at Shelters by Jesus, folks are taken care of, and the little ones are taken care of as well. That is.
So you'd consider it a good investment?
Oh yes, sir. Absolutely.
Dave, what's your assessment?
I think it's an honorable position. I'm very thankful.
Would you say that it's worth an investment of $9 if they want to invest in it?
Yes, very much so. Very much.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for being on. I actually took Jess away from his work, so somebody else is lugging boxes right now so that we can do the podcast. But I want to do something on the food on this one here. Dave does delivery. Jess is just one of the guys that works in there. There's some more in there. We've done the thing on the pantry, and you met some of the other guys in the pantry. But, the people are in the parking lot, and they wait for food to come out. We deliver it all out. And we need guys like Jess that are willing to use their strong backs and wheel the stuff out and take it out to the families.
Just get it done.
And so we're very appreciative of the work you guys do, especially since you do it without a salary. You're doing it out of the goodness of your heart. And this is not possible unless folks like you with a heart donate to our ministry. And that $9 is keeping somebody off the streets. That $9 is allowing us to feed our community that's coming in. For those like 50 families a day that come in here 3 times a week. That allows us to do that. And thank you for doing that. And if you go, I'd like to give, but I don't have anything to give. Well, you can support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, which you're watching right now, and hitting like and listening to it. And the other thing you can do, you can hit share and share this with your friends and family, people that we don't come in touch with that don't know anything about us. And share it with them and maybe even make a comment what you think of this and encourage them to subscribe and like and watch too. And thank you for doing that. And we're going to keep bringing these to you. I hope you keep watching. Hope you tell your friends and you all come back now. Here.